I was just like sitting and realizing, like, guys, 23 years of my life in South Africa as a foreigner, I've survived. Like, because looking back at the things I had to do to survive. I was just like sitting and realizing, like, guys, 23 years of my life in South Africa as a foreigner, I've survived. Like, because looking back at the things I had to do to survive, like in primary school, because I was born in Johannesburg, right? So my school was full of like Zulus, Sothos, Pedis, not Xhosas really, Afrikaans people. So like they used to make fun, especially the Zulus. They would make fun of the foreign kids. So I told myself, Jemima, there must be something you can do to survive. So I told myself, you know what? I need to start talking like them. I need to start like speaking like, I need to, understand the things they say so that when they come to me, I come back, So anytime I walk into any crowd in primary school during break time, I was a monk. Like if I walk into a crowd of Zulus, I know. I won't say too much to confuse them, but I know. Do you understand? So this is me walking into a crowd of Zulus. Angiyenzanga lutho. Do you see that? So like now you're pretending like you are part of, And then if I see Sothos now, the Sotho girls, right? They were mean. Like they were giving cheater girls, like mean girls. Sotho girls are not like very, easily like you can't please them easily. So like when I go, I was a bubbly person and I'm funny. So I'd go there and I'm like, Lerato, itlamo. Ke bua le wena, itlamo. O batlang? Ke etseng? I did my homework and I gave it to you. Now that's premium acting. Did you see? You're in character now. Now you're acting like you're a monk. And then there was those white kids, right? Those white kids that used to, like the smart kids. Not really white, but like they were a mixture of whites, Zulus, those smart ones that like speak like this. Goeiemôre Susan. Wat gaan aan? Niks. Ons baie moeg. Ja, rats, yeah, I get it. Those kids, it was just for like I would chill with them just for like more popular stars, just for some more ratings, but they were too smart for me. Like I would be tired hanging with them because it was school books. And then I came to Cape Town, right? High school. Here it was just vibes. Yes, it was just vibes, because here there's a mixture of mostly Xhosas and Coloureds, but like the Coloureds I'm talking about, right? These ones. Hallo Tsai, moenie vir my kat praat wat Tsai. Hallo Akima, no, ek sal vir jou moer na, moenie vir my kat praat. Those ones, they are a vibe. Colored kids are a vibe. Like apart from the Wostangaka, they're so nice. Trust me. And then you get the most. I love Xhosas, guys. Like especially the girls. They could be the sweetest people and the meanest people at the same time. Like, I don't know. But like when I was in high school, when I met them, normally this light sun. Normally, if I want to be with them, I'd be like, "How about Chomi?" You just call them Chomi, and you're in. You are in. You are among. Just say, "How about Chomi?" Mfondini. So this is me. How about Mfondini ufunani? Asuthethe kaka. Supposis. Shin. Hayibo Chomi. Hayibo Ayanda. Ndiyacela torho. Uyatika. Suntika ne. Shin. Handphone. So that's pretty much how I survived South Africa back in the days. But now I'm like well pleased that foreigners aren't criticized anymore. So yeah, no need for me to pretend. Merci beaucoup. Bye.
One of my closest friends to this day, whom is my former colleague, is a Congolese woman. We met when I was an intern estate agent at my former agency, and she was also an intern at that time. So both of us, we were new in this field, and both of us, we were the only Black people to work in that agency and to also be Black females. Even the story of how we became friends was due to inconveniences on both sides. I did not have a car, and she was not fluent in English. She mainly spoke her native languages and really struggled with English. So it made clients very difficult to understand when she was speaking to them. And also me traveling with a taxi from one destination to the next was time consuming for me when I have to meet clients. I'm a severe introvert, so she knew that, especially when we were introduced, like they introduced her to the whole stuff. Like I was the one that was mainly quiet, minding my business. So she was the one really warming up herself to me, as we were the only Black people there. Then one day when we were talking, I was telling her, I have to go, I have an appointment and I have to use a taxi and it's going to be a long distance. So I rather start getting there now. She was like, okay, it's fine, we'll talk tomorrow then. And that's when we departed. The next day, she tells me that, I thought of something when you left. How about we combine and become a team? You know that I struggle with English, and I mainly speak French and my own native languages. It gets very difficult for me to talk to clients. And your English is more polished and you don't have a car, so we can work together and share the money. I did not have a problem with that because it solved both our own inconveniences. And God knows that we worked so well together as a team. We shared deals, we closed projects. We did mainly everything that you can think of together in an environment where also white people in that place thought that we were not going to get along. I mean, the fact that we even grew as close as it is, we were able to bring money because of that. However, they did not like that we were this close. On multiple occasions, they tried to split us apart, to work separately and do our own thing separately. Most time also they would gossip about me to her and also gossip about her to me. All of these challenges made us closer together when we were around white people. However, when we were among Black people, it was rather funny because they thought that I am also Congolese. They would also speak to me in English because most of the time I'm also speaking to her in English. And when she answers her phone, she's mainly speaking in French. Other native South Africans are listening and assuming that I'm also Congolese. I didn't have a problem with that. Like, I did not mind. Like, even when people say you're Congolese, I would say, yeah, I am. Like, people would have the most audacity, like Black people. Unlike white people, they would rather police us, like check your ID, let's check this, and so forth, and things of sort. Like, yeah, we want to confirm that you're South African. Even when we go to Johannesburg, like they want to see, like, are you South African or what are you basically? But with white people, it was more of a thing of trying to separate this friendship before it even grows into something. I found what Black people were doing was rather funny and interesting. Even when we go to Johannesburg, it got to a point that she doesn't answer phones anymore. Or even when we went to Soweto for the first time and we went to buy a quota there, and she was like, oh my God, what's gonna happen? I'm not gonna speak, you speak. And here I was speaking isiZulu and all of that stuff. It's really interesting to be a foreigner in South Africa.